Good afternoon. Welcome to the Shaw University Football Press Conference. Today is October 26, 2016. At this time, we are now going to give the floor to Coach Jones as he introduces players for today.
Today we have Ray Green and Bruce Parker. We can start with the questions when y'all ready.
Coach Jones, just talk about your overall perspective last Saturday. You got your first win. Congratulations again. Just talk about your overall perspective.
Well, it felt good to go home and get some rest after a win. I thought the guys thought they did a good job of playing through adversity. A couple times we probably could have beat them by at least 20 or 25 points. We didn't score a couple times when we got in the red zone, but all in all, no matter what happened, they kept playing. And like I said, it felt real good to get a victory. It felt good to see them happy, and it's carried over to this week. We had a great practice yesterday. Actually, the defense, first team defense, went against the first team offense. That wasn't my decision, but they gave offense a look, and offense gave defense a look. So, you know, they're prepared for what we have in store this week.
Players, Bruce, Ray Green, what was your take on Saturday's game? How did it feel for y'all to get that first win?
Well, it felt good because we knew that Coach Jones wanted to win so bad. So, and all we worked so hard, we get the win, so we get that win.
It felt great, you know, getting that first win. That's what we've been fighting for this whole season. You know, we wish we would have came at a better time early in the season, but I mean, better late than never, you know. So we just hoping to keep it rolling, you know, get another one this weekend.
Uphill task coming up this week. We all know, obviously, the monkey's off of the bare back, so to speak. But, you know, you get that win, and for the thanks you get from the football gods, you going against Winston-Salem State. What do you see from Winston-Salem State that, you know, poses, obviously, they're a formidable opponent. They've given everybody their best shot this year. And you know, they've been up near the top for several years now. But what is it about Winston-Salem State this year's edition that you're definitely focusing on as you prepare for it?
Well, they're a solid football team all across the board, special teams, defense, and offense. They're going to do what they do, and they do it at their best. They don't make a lot of mistakes, so with that being said, we got to play a sound football game. But I think that the momentum going into this week from the win kind of helps us a little bit, but we know we got a task ahead of us. But, you know, the stats, they're 27-1 in the Southern Division. That one loss they got was last year against Shaw University. So we want to come back and do the same thing again this year. You know, it's not going to be easy, but we do have a chance. The record's out the door when it comes to Shaw and Winston playing. So hopefully we can go out there and play our best game and come out with a victory.
Bruce, when we talk about what Coach just mentioned about last year's win against Winston-Salem State, obviously the Rams did not expect to come to Durham and drive away down 85 with a loss. What have you been telling your teammates about preparation for this game, and that, you know, it's been done before?
Well, basically, I just preached to them that, you know, they're beatable. You know, they bleed, sweat, cry just like us. You know, we eliminate the mistakes and play our game, play short football. You know, they're a very beatable team. You know, despite their record being, you know, undefeated in the division and stuff like that. Last year they was a good team too, but we came out and hit on all cylinders. And like Coach Jones said, if we eliminate the mistakes, we'll come out victorious.
The guys on the team that played against Winston last year, do you go back and you try to replay some of the things that went well last year, and to you know, go on what you just said shows that Winston is the same type of student athlete that's at Shaw, that's at Livingstone, that's anywhere else? Obviously, you all proved it last year when many thought in the CI that it had to be a fluke. Obviously, it can be done.
Right. It definitely can be done. You know, like I said before, we it's going to be intense. We come out with the same intensity. You know, defense come play their game, and you know, we'll be fine. I don't see. You know, they're a very good football team. There's nothing from that. You know, despite the record, we're a very, very good football team too, as you've seen last week. So, yeah, it'll be a good game.
Looks like you're ready.
Yeah, very ready.
If you can get on the field.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow.
You actually have a hungry look on your face, a lot of confidence. I guess this is something that's all through the team.
Yeah, this is a big game because, you know, last year we went down there for their homecoming, and, you know, we was their homecoming ruiners. And, you know, I know they got a lot of animosity built up because of that, so I know they're going to come down here, you know, expecting the same result to do the same.
And I guess, Coach, as you talk about, obviously Winston is going to be ready for the Bears. A lot of them from last year want to retaliate. And I'm not saying that insinuating anything out of unsportsmanlike character, but they want to prove that last year was not anything other than a hoax or anomaly. But at the same time, how can you get your Bears prepared for a team that mentally may play beyond the game plan just to prove a point? That this might be a time to get them again.
Well, the biggest thing is we're trying to build momentum into next year. We got 2 more games. We're going to treat these games like playoff games. So if we can win these last 2 and go into the off season 3-0, I think that's great. You know, so we're looking at next year as well as winning this game right here. You know, me and Coach Bull, we're good friends. We talked on the phone earlier in the week, and he has his guys ready. And I told him we got our guys ready as well. You know, we joke about it, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a business. We're gonna have to go out there, regardless of our friendship. Somebody got to come out with the win. So our guys, like I said yesterday, they took upon themselves. Usually the scout team goes against the first offense and vice versa. Those guys wanted to go against the best yesterday, and I think that kind of helped our practice out. It was real intense. You know, defense got the best of us yesterday, but they were fighting every play. So I think with that, you know, your first day of practice was yesterday, and we continue that today and tomorrow, and focus in on Friday and get ready on Saturday. And hopefully, you know, we come out there victorious. But like I said, it's going to be a hard task, but it's a task that we're up for.
This question is for Bruce. Defensively, how much pressure will it be on you guys to try to stop Winston-Salem? Looking at the stats, they rely majority of their points have came from passing, but they can also rush the ball too. So, you know, how much pressure do you feel? Or is there any?
I mean, it's not really no pressure because at the beginning of the season, in the media day conference, you know, Coach Jones said, we're going to hang our hat on defense, you know. So we're very young on offense, so we know as defense, we got to come out flying around with intensity every week. You know, even when we on the sideline, we got to be intense, you know, keeping the offense up and stuff like that. So, you know, we up for the task. They definitely got good running backs, good receivers, and good skill positions on that side of the ball. But, you know, gladly we do too on our defensive side of the ball. So, I mean, it'll be a hard-fought battle. It'll definitely be a defensive game, I feel like, and, you know, the better team will win. So.
Okay, this question is for all 3 of you guys. It is homecoming Saturday, so can you just tell me what homecoming means to you and how important is it to win your homecoming but also beat Winston-Salem too?
I got it. Well, homecoming to me is, I mean, it's pretty much you get your alumni here, and they're coming back. A lot of people don't get to come back to a lot of games, so they want to come back and they want a good show, you know. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're not worrying about the festivities that's going on during the week. Where we have our fun is once we win the game, then these guys can have fun. You know, right now it's business, but we want to put out a good showing. We want to make sure that our alumni come back and see the product that we have out there is a good product, and hopefully they can continue to support athletics.
You know, like Coach Jones said, like the activity is really not for us. We need to focus on getting the win.
Homecoming to me is just, you know, going out there and having fun. I really had my first homecoming last year here at Shaw just because of my past, going JUCO and stuff like that. But, you know, last year homecoming we lost, and I seen, you know, how alumni can, you know, the faces you get after the game and, you know, the type of feedback you get. So winning homecoming is definitely big, and, you know, it just I don't know. It sets the foundation for next year. I feel like.
Okay, so we have about 9 seniors who will be playing their last homecoming game. How does it feel, including yourself, Bruce? So how does it feel to give the seniors, I guess this question is for you, Ray. How does it feel to give the seniors a win in their final, home contest at Durham County Memorial Stadium?
This is their last ride, so we feel great. And plus we had a bad season, so for them to go out with a bang, it'll be good. So we're going to next year, and my mom and everything. But yeah, it feel good for them to go out with a win. It's like their last homecoming. So.
Raymond, you're a man of few words, I can tell. But when Saturday rolls around and you're lined up against somebody that's trying to shut you down, what's going to motivate you and your teammates? Because Winston comes in with a pretty solid unit all around on the other side of that ball. What is going to take for the Bears to get into the end zone, especially in the red zone?
Well, like we just said this whole time, we limit our mistakes and execute every time we get the ball. It shouldn't be a big of a problem. So we already gonna be playing with like a chip on our shoulder and stuff like that. So like we already gonna have like momentum with us. So if we execute, score, field goal, touchdown, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be a problem. So
what was Saturday evening like once you got back on campus, put the gear up, knowing that you had this win behind you?
The atmosphere, it felt different because, all week, we come back sad, already know people gonna say what they want and stuff like that. So, come back, smiling, people give us, saying, good job, you did this, and saw, good things we did and stuff like that. It felt good, so, it felt good, but then again, it felt weird at the same time. So, we're trying to do the same thing this week too.
And Bruce, for you, Jaleesa mentioned the stat from Winston-Salem State, a tendency to throw before run, even though they can't run. But that sounds like something that falls right into Shaw's defensive scheme. You want them to throw.
Yeah, being one of the top passing defenses in the conference, we would like them to throw because, even though we could stop the run as much as we want, we're also great pass defenders. And, our backing is one of the best backings, the defensive backs is one of the best defensive back groups in the conference, and arguably in the nation. So, if they do pass, it'll fall right into our hands. So, they want to pass, let them. They'll see why they shouldn't have chosen that decision.
Coach Jones, you talk about your team getting better every day. Defensively, we've been pretty good this entire season, which is kind of expected. Where can they get better at? Even although we only have 2 games left, do you see anywhere that they can get better at?
Defensively.
Defense,
getting off the field. A couple times we get out there and it's 3rd and long, and we get a penalty, and they out there again. We had a couple of those, like 2 or 3 of those last week. So a lot of times they playing on such high emotion, they let their attitudes get the best of them. So, but I like the way they play. Just certain times we got to make sure we control their anger and get off the field. So that's the biggest thing, just controlling themselves, in the heat of battle. But like you said, they've done an excellent job of playing basically what I call smash mouth football. Coming downhill, eliminating the run, and taking away the pass. But offensive, we got to kind of feed off of them this week. We kind of fed off of them last week, but as week in and week out, the last 3 weeks, I recall we've probably been in the red zone inside the 5 at least 4 or 5 times to come up with no points. And we got to learn how to tune in and get those points. If we score that touchdown down there early in the game wouldn't have been close last week. But we made it hard on ourselves, but we'll take the win any kind of way. If it's 2 donut this week, I'll take it. A W is a W.
Speaking of emotions, I feel like this game is probably going to have a lot of emotion just because of what happened last year. So is it going to take a conscious effort to control emotions when it comes to this game on Saturday?
It's definitely going to have to. We definitely going to have to make sure I focus in as a coach and talk to the guys and let them know, think before you do things. Coach Massey will be back here. He's a defensive back coach. He recruited most of these guys, so I know these guys. They love him, but they also want to beat him as well. Coach Bullware used to be a Shaw Bear, so he's coming back here, and I want to be able to beat him. Like I said, we're good friends. We'll be friends up until Saturday before the game, and then we'll be friends again after the game. But it's a friendly battle, and we're focused. And I'm gonna feed off of these guys because I wasn't here last year. They won the game. They know what it felt like to beat Winston. So I'm gonna feed off of them, and then I'm gonna let them show me the way as far as being emotional and going out there and do what they're supposed to do. But we know what's at tag. We know we can be the spoilers. Right now they're the leading in the division. I know a couple other people are hoping that we win, and that's our plan, to try to win the football game. But we got to focus in and make sure that we eliminate each and every mistake this week.
Coach, this is a question for you and your players. Did you guys ultimately feel like after this weekend you located the exact source of your wrongdoings to get you wins and the difference makers between wins and losses? Did you guys locate that this weekend?
Yeah, we did. We've been searching for ever since we got into our conference, the Southern Division. All our games have been close, and we just have been unfortunate, been on the losing side, and it felt good to handle that adversity and come out winners this week. So I think that kind of helped us out. I think the guys, like I said, they've been flying around all week. A lot of energy at practice. Coaches, we come in with a lot of energy, but we didn't have to even, show them a lot of energy yesterday. They had it already. You had to break up people from almost fighting because they're emotional and they know what it means if we could win this football game. So I think you're gonna see, if you didn't come to the Fayetteville State game, you're gonna see those guys with the Fayetteville State game. I've never seen them the way they were against Fayetteville State, and hopefully we continue to be that way and have a lot of emotion and play with a chip on my shoulder.
Any injury updates? I saw Timothy Abbott went out. He didn't play the rest of the game. Will we see him on Saturday as well as Dwight Campbell? Will he return?
I think Dwight Campbell will be back. Timothy Abbott is day to day. It's not a serious injury, but you got to make sure that he's healthy. I don't want to put him back out there if he's not ready to go. So as of right now, Dan Downey will be the starter, and Vidal Woodward will be the backup. But like I said, Tim is day to day.
Any more questions? Well, that concludes our football press conference for today. Coach Jones, Bruce Parker Jr., Raymond Green Jr., good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Go Bears.